Hey guys, so the three of us, me, Greg over here. Let me turn it around.
What's going on, guys?
Take a look. There he is.
Yeah, it's me.
And then Riley.
How's it going?
Just got done finished playing over at Xzone Airsoft, and we decided that we are going to be doing a bit of a YouTube channel for you guys. We're going to do some reviews on some of the fields that we play on. We're going to be renovating or helping renovate Xzone Airsoft. So we'll have updates on that as they go. And
Yeah.
we've got some cool stuff planned. I'm going to shoot it over to Greg, who is going to be kind of the master of ceremonies in this. It was his idea to put the plans together to get this place built up a little bit. So I'll let him tell you some of the ideas. Over to you, boss.
Yeah, man. So we're sitting here in front of a fire. We're cooking some food. Just so you know, we moved down here, and this feels close to us. So we decided we wanted to, have the opportunity to kind of help on the expansions and stuff. And just an overall, what we're doing. It could be anything from like bushcraft stuff to going into the different ideas of airsofting and just kind of really expanding on things that people don't necessarily normally expand upon. We think that a lot of the community out there really kind of delves into a lot of the gun technical stuff, or these kind of certain details. We're going to talk more about the community. We talk more about play styles. Talk about even going into scenarios, or we need more fire. It's fading. It's like I looked over at the screen and it just got like totally dark. It's like fire is the only light that we have.
Here's your flash.
Do we want to get some of the cardboard out and have it flash up a little bit again?
No, it's fine.
I just needed to add some airflow.
Toss some sticks in there.
Leaves.
It's kind of an exciting thing. We're going to be kind of showing what we build. Maybe we can get some inspiration for other people at their like local fields or wherever they may play airsoft to kind of get some expansions or learn some cool ways to build some forts, or however they want to do it. We could really dive into anything. I mean, I got Riley out here for the first time. He really enjoyed it.
We're gonna get his perspective on how his first airsoft day had gone, as our kind of intro.
I met a lot of great people here today at Xzone. Really awesome community of people. It's cool to be able to branch out and meet some fun people.
We tested out a couple of our scenario style games, and they seem to be a hit among the people. Everyone seemed to really like a couple of the things that we suggested today.
Was running games out here.
I had run some particular scenarios that me, Greg, and everyone at the house have been working on for the last, I would say, at least month and a half or so. We've been kind of like mulling over these ideas, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, we're kind of building on ideas. So I'm kind of taking I've been kind of looking around at game scenarios that people play that are, my ideal thing is just a lot of different styles of play, which I can get into in a later video about, different kind of, ways people play airsoft and stuff like that. And I want to kind of mold it together and kind of allow for like people with different types of backgrounds to kind of come together and all have a great time. Kind of, a blended kind of, scenario-based situations that everyone's just going to absolutely just enjoy and have a wonderful time out here, and that's at these fields. And my idea is to create those kind of scenarios. So I'm going to get into detail about it, but yeah, I've been doing some research. I'm trying to kind of take what I'm figuring out and then rewrite them a little bit, add a little bit more depth, a little bit more fun elements to it, so it actually kind of molds together and becomes a good scenario for people to have fun with. So.
And we've got a lot of cool things planned for games and ideas we're going to build on this site. We've got some really, really, really cool stuff involved. But right now, I'm going to kick it over to Riley so he can give you an experience of a first-time airsofter coming in with no idea what to do.
Who's going to probably take regular part in it as well on this channel?
Oh, yes, he's gonna. We're gonna bring him on quite often. There you go, buddy.
Oh yeah, man. Somebody else is gonna have to watch the fire.
Don't worry, we'll take care of it.
Hey, I'm definitely gonna be coming back for more. Like, this is my first time airsofting. A little bit of paintball when I was younger. It's a rush, you know. When you're out there in the woods with your friends, you're moving as a unit. You're moving as a group.
Got that teamwork.
You've got that teamwork. You've got that spirit where you're one group.
Is that better?
You're covering each other's lines. You're watching each other's backs. You're communicating. It's almost like the individual self fades away. Not to get too philosophical right off the bat, but that's the kind of person I am.
Yeah.
You know, your sense of self fades away, and it's just you, your friends, working as a team, and the situation. And there's not a lot like that in a lot of areas of life. And to get that in airsoft is really a treat.
That was well said.
Yeah. What was that term you used earlier when I asked you how things went?
Oh, we were packing up back at the van, you know, putting the guns back. He leans over to me. He's like, "So, how'd it go?" My first thought was, I'm gonna be spending a lot of time and money on this hobby.
Yeah.
You know, I'm coming back. You know, I'm hooked. You're gonna be seeing a lot of me.
So yeah, that's just it. So we're gonna continue to kind of grow up. Like,
Oh, there you go. We need more light.
I guess you and Harry and both Husky over here are all kind of getting into it in the first, like, I guess just a few months ago they kind of picked it up and been playing it a few times, and it seems like they're just...
Maybe 2? 2, 3 months
That's
ago,
all it's
maybe?
been, probably. That's probably
Hasn't
it.
been that long.
And that's, you know, awesome. You guys are just jumping right into it. I think it's just a really cool opportunity to be able to go down to Xzone and kind of, you know, help build up something that's like I can really see
For all
where...
the people in Richmond, by the way,
Yeah,
hit this place up.
it's true. Hit up.
It's
hit
5
Xzone.
minutes from our house, and if you tell us you're going, we'll be there.
Yeah. So yeah, we're kind of we're just kind of growing stuff, and we're gonna want to, you know, shoot videos of us building, you know, forts out in the woods, or, you know,
We'll get some
having
gameplay
that-
at some point, but
having some gameplay stuff, you know, but opening up a lot of avenues where people don't touch down on, in terms of, like, you know, if you're at your local field and you feel like you're kind of continuing to play the same stuff, you know what I mean, you want to kind of branch out more, you know, offer some ideas, and, you know, we're gonna talk about you know, different gun systems that we've played with, you know, but, you know, we're gonna really go into you know, community things, or things that we just run across on a day-to-day airsoft situations that I think everybody runs across, and we're gonna kind of delve into those kind of like topics that, you know, really is the mortar between the bricks when it comes to airsoft.
and we absolutely want as much user input as possible.
Yeah.
Like, if you have ideas and stuff you want to tell us about, please let us know.
Mhm.
I will be more than happy to run all sorts of games and scenario styles. We're getting into the real grit of things soon. We tested a couple out today, like I said before, and they seem to be a hit with the little crowd that we had. I want to test them with some of our bigger crowds so that they tend to come out here.
Yeah.
So on a more regular basis, we're going to go ahead and tilt it a little. You're pointing at the trash can.
I apologize.
No, you're okay.
But I'm not the best at camera holding.
No,
Hopefully
you're
we
fine.
step it up to some tripods and such around here and get some good camera stuff.
But this is just a little portion of a project we're beginning, and we're happy to have everyone along the way with us. We've got a little bit of content and information coming up with some of the stuff that we've already played with. We've got a couple of products that we've finally field tested today that we bought a couple weeks back. Mostly good results. Little bit of hiccups here and there, but everything so far has been a complete success.
Right. Speed loaders.
Speed loaders. We're gonna have a whole rant episode on that one day. Just you wait, guys.
Yeah, I mean, you know what I mean? But that's just kind of things. It's like, I'm sure, you know, there's been a lot of people that have done, like, reviews on speed loaders, or maybe they haven't, and I know that I was looking into speed loaders, and I tried to kind of search around on, you know, different areas where there may be, like, some reviews on it, but I actually didn't find a whole lot. And then we kind of ran into a scenario where we were just having really, like, crap luck with some of them, and then we could just make an episode on just various speed loaders and,
Yeah.
you know, how they're working, and you know, the efficiency and just what our take is on them. You know what I mean? A lot of this stuff is just gonna be from our perspective, from the airsofter's perspective. You know, just nothing, you know, no real big deal here. We're just out here, you know,
We're no professionals.
Yeah, we're just out here, like, you know, testing stuff just like everyone else is, just like you are, you know, and we're gonna have.
We're out here to have fun.
Yeah,
just like everyone else.
So, you know, ideally, you know, we're kind of allowing a smoother. So we're gonna kind of run into all the bumps in the road, and ideally, you know, you watch these kind of things of we're posting, and it kind of gives you an idea of, okay, you know how to kind of smooth those bumps out and for your experiences, so that you're going to come out, you know, having just a situation. Because I think we run into a lot of various things, and we see a lot of things that occur.
Oh yeah.
And those random things that occur, we want to kind of talk about, and you kind of sit there and figure out, like, you know what is that? You know, what is going on? Like today,
what we do to make it better.
Today, when we had these scenarios where there was a fairly decent amount of people that were out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In the beginning.
Yeah,
and
about
it was,
9, 10
and
people.
it was a little chaotic. It was a little, you know, there really wasn't really much where you could really kind of find your place in the game.
Yeah.
But when we had smaller numbers, all of a sudden we really just, you really got to know the people you're playing with. Everybody was really like intense and intimate and got into the idea of, you know, putting together and getting into the game scenarios. And then we were playing with like 5, 6 people, and it just was a fantastic, you know, end to the day.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then we could have that
conversation. It was only like a 2-3 hour period, if that at all.
Yeah.
It's getting a little dark. I understand, guys. It's
Yeah.
gonna be a little tough to see. But 2 hours or so of nothing but gameplay when it comes to just like for the longest time I was out there repping half of it, and then it was Greg and Riley against the other 3 guys we were playing along with.
Yeah, we got fucking blasted, but man, we were having a fun time.
You guys got blasted. Yeah. You blasted back. Each team had just like a ball of a time. There were 2 new players on each team, and it was just everyone came up to me after and were just like, "Oh, those scenarios were fantastic." And that's the kind of vibe we're kind of trying to go for. We don't want the same old team deathmatch, capture the flag, domination.
Capture the flag can be fun, but like, you know,
it absolutely can be.
Yeah, but mixing it up, adding a little bit of variety,
adding some flavor and some
depth to a game.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You could play capture the flag, but throw something in the mix of it.
So to also
when we played the Juggernaut game today, I sat in the center and repped the game, and I told everyone, "Hey, this is what's going to happen. You tag the Juggernaut, you get the Juggernaut for a minute." Everything like that.
Yeah.
But then when no one started tagging, when no one could get close enough to
we
tag
tried.
me, I threw... Well, no, they tried. They
Yeah.
absolutely did. But when
fun.
no one started tagging me, I said, okay, I'm going to throw in a rogue element. That rogue element was the Juggernaut turning on both teams and having both teams take shots at him.
Yeah.
And it was fantastic. Both teams were just, as soon as I announced it, that Juggernaut's gonna go rogue in 1 minute, I heard from both sides, "Oh shit."
So how long would you say the game scenario lasted? I think it was probably almost like
10 minutes.
10 minutes, but
About 10 minutes.
it felt significantly longer than the other games we played. And it was good. It was cool. Yes. The pressure was up. And when you did that added another element to it. It kind of, you know, put the fire under people's asses. And I'm gonna tell you, man, like that was great. And to get some filler in on it, it's like we come from, you know, this LARP background where we're used to, but not only just that, but we used to do like, I guess, reffing, or we would help with storyline and plot, and we would help kind of keep plot like fun and exciting and stimulating for 100, 200, 300 people that were out at these events, you know, that wanted to get scared, they wanted to feel like terror, they wanted to have excitement, or whatever it may be. We were out there and we were helping create that kind of an environment.
So that's where our background kind of comes from on this. So we have at least most of a combined total of a combined total of maybe 10 years or so. I've got like 5 or 6 years of it. Greg's got like 5 or 6 years of it. I don't know how long Riley's been playing.
3 or 4.
Yeah, and that's like almost 15 years of experience in this kind of situational stuff. And like, we know what the players want when they want it.
Yeah.
You're not gonna want all the time. You're not gonna all the time want the same old team deathmatch, kill, stuff like that. There's other elements I want to bring along to it. There could be a team deathmatch, but there's going to be objectives involved in it.
Yeah.
If I'm going to play a team deathmatch, I'm going to want stuff to do the entire time. Like, yeah, you can kill me, but I still did X objective that you can't get back.
Yeah. It's an interesting concept because it's like, you know, it'd be cool to really create game scenarios where, like, you know what I mean, you don't entirely lose. Like, you know, game scenarios where there might be objectives where, okay, well, we conquered that objective and that was really intense. We may have lost the battle, but we didn't lose the war.
Exactly.
And having a game scenario that may, okay, so it's going to last like an hour, maybe 2. But, like, you ended up really kind of feeling like success even though you'd lost. And, like, and the game scenarios like that are going to be really cool, or whatever we can come up with. And we're constantly just trying to turn the page and make things, like, really, you know, multi-dynamic. And everybody's got different types of gameplay, different types of styles of how they play, or, you know what I mean? And you know, I want to be able to kind of, like, I want to kind of recapture the Airsoft that I used to see way back in the day when people could just play however they wanted to play, and still be immersed into the game scenarios and immersed into the fun and the dynamic.
We want to kind of give it a milsim style and feel without it being complete milsim.
Yeah.
Simulations in not necessarily military, but like we're gonna do post-apocalypse games. We're gonna have scenarios where we try to have our players immersed for a weekend. We're gonna have scenarios where it's going to be one army against another and feel militaristic. But we want the ability to go from just playing these back and forth, I shoot you, you shoot me kind of games,
build on
to
it,
giving
make
some
it cool.
story and some depth, and having the players be able to build.
Yeah.
Build not just build a story, but build a community out of it. To build
a bond,
there's
build
a lot of
friendships,
words. There's a lot of words that I can't pick up to directly describe this, but I'm sure you guys get the feeling of what I'm saying. It's very. We want it to be inclusive. We want people to enjoy these games that we run. We want them to have fun, even if they lose, air quote, air quote. It's not about winning or losing at the end of the week. It's just you're going out, you're meeting new people. You're playing a game that, it hurts a little bit from time to time. But
I mean,
so does life.
If you're not going home with a battle scar of some sort, it wasn't a good day.
I can go home with battle scars, but you're going to go home with like 5 more friends. Even.
5 more friends and like
because you have these
stories to tell
teamwork
for the next 2 weeks.
Like, you know what I mean? Like you're digging in, you have these trench systems, whatever we're doing. I mean, we have game scenarios that we're working on, that we're building on, and we're kind of creating a dynamic that's going to really allow for people to feel that and feel this depth and diversity and and we're going to get more into that as we kind of go along, and that's kind of where this channel is.
It's going to have a very heavy LARP vibe to it.
Yeah, and really, like I said, like over the course of the next 6 months to a year, we're going to be really opening up ideas that are going to kind of really, create awesome dynamics that I don't think really get to touch on a whole lot with other situations or other game style plays, and we're hoping to really utilize in the local field of Xzone is a great place for us to kind of work with, because they're just great community, great people, and opportunity for us just to kind of get the ground running, hit the ground and run. And that's it. That's where it's all at.
Well,
do we want to?
I think the fire's starting to.
Yeah, no. Riley has literally been here.
Bucket. He has been on this fire the entire time.
He's trying to keep. He's our lighting expert. He's been trying to keep lighting going, and
he has been keeping the fire going this entire time.
I think he's found every leaf and twig in the 20-foot radius, because we've been
just about
carving out this spot. But tonight we're actually going to kind of survey part of the land, and we're actually going to figure out we're going to build our first part of the field out. To kind of start getting a little bit more tactical, more immersive woodland, kind of battlefield style. And we're gonna get that built. And we're gonna make it fun, and I'm excited about it.
Super immersive.
So yeah, stay tuned on that regards. Any last things?
We'll be posting updates every now and again with some of the stuff that we're gonna do. Won't be a weekly thing because life will get in the way sometimes, but that's for everyone. We'll update when we update, and as soon as we have some shots of the improvements that we're going to be doing, we may even shoot out the ground plans about what we have on a map and everything. We could show you guys what we want to do. But thanks for taking a look at this. Hope to see you out on the field someday.
Peace.